Thanks, everyone, for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA.
I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForge will be joining us in just a moment. Looking now at some numbers for him.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
Looking at the starting 5 for Oakland. We've got Barnes, and it's the monster in at the point. And for New York, and it's Freeman in at the 3 slot. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance. Of these teams' rebounders to the test.
And Oakland starts out with the ball. Outside Russell. Shot clock at 5. And it's Bird with a rebound. And here's New York now. To the wing, right side. Here's Freeman. Pass to Doctor. New York needs to get off a shot here. From deep. Kept alive. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Houdini. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Pass to ABC. Here's the Doctor, and he jams it home with authority.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Now here's Barnes. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. That one drops for him.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's Bird. Blocked. Here's the monster. Russell with the ball. Houdini, pass to Slim. Outside Russell. Lets it go from the wing. And it's New York with a rebound.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
For Oakland, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there's enough game left to make corrections.
Here's the Doctor. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And Oakland has possession after the basket by New York on the other end. And another miss by Oakland. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Here's Freeman. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
The monster misses. New York leading by 3. Here's ABC. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for New York, number 31, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Legs were past the halfway point of the season. Some teams starting to run out of time as far as their postseason hopes.
Well, Brian, the play-in will give teams more hope as the season winds down. But if you're in that bottom third of the league in terms of record at this point, it may be time to turn your attention to the draft.
Can be tough on a player, too, to try to finish out a season that way.
Boy, it really is.
Here's Slim. 17 points in his last outing. Pass to the monster. Oakland working the ball around now. Clock at 4. From downtown. And Russell with the 3. Russell's got his second bucket of the night.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Bird. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's ABC. Oh, swiped away. Puts it up from 15. Nice touch on the bank shot. And it's all knotted up.
Oh, that's great basketball. Denying them on one end while grabbing points on the other.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
Oakland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Over to the wing. Pass to Russell. Russell, double team. The monster, the pass to Slim. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Bird. Just 5 to shoot. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Russell. Slim, pass to Barnes. Off with the layup. For New York, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's ABC, guarded by Russell. Here's Big Daddy. The 3 is up, and the three-pointer goes. Big Daddy's got 7.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams changing it up here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. We look at the last month's premier teams on the fast break. New York, 4th.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
Here's the monster. 17 points in his last outing. And the 3 off target. New York leading by 5. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Here's the great. 10 points in his last outing. Clock at 6. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
The ball goes to Oakland.
Oakland has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. To the paint. Here's Flash. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
And Oakland shooting only 31% to get this game underway. The captain, pass to the monster. Here's the captain. He's scoreless. 5 on the clock. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. New York leading by 7. Here's the great. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
Pass to Wolf. Down low. Here's the monster. Drops in the layup for 2.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
For New York, they've gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. Here's the great. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. In transition, here they come.
New York foul. Number 3. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's the captain, averaging around 5 points a game.
They're amped up on D, contesting everything.
And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. The great, the pass to the magician. New York working the ball around now. Here's the great, 5 to shoot. From 17, that shot off.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
58 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to the captain. Oakland needs to get off a shot here. Goose. Misses the jumper.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Here's the great. To the middle. Oh, deflected. There's 25 seconds left now in the first quarter. Wolf can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost them that time.
Here's the great. To end the drought. And that's not going to go. And so it's New York closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
So on the floor for Oakland, we've got Barnes, and it's Wolf in at the power forward position. And Oakland has possession. 7-point differential.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Here's Freeman after Oakland picked up 3 with their last shot. And out of bounds, Oakland will have it. The field for the three-point contest is just about set. And no matter what the final list looks like, it's going to be an incredible competition.
It just always is. The winner gets to stake claim as best shooter in the world. And that's a title lots of guys in this league really want.
He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And the hype around this year's three-point contest has been tremendous. And it's only increasing as All-Star Weekend gets closer.
Yeah, looking at the list now, I think any of these guys could win it. Speaking just as a fan, I can't wait to see what happens.
Here's the doctor. After the basket by Oakland on the other end. Pass to ABC. 6 to shoot. Here's Big Daddy from the arc. Russell with the rebound. Out to the right wing. Here's Wolf. Nails it from 3. Wolf's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's the doctor. And that one's good. And New York leads by 1.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
Pass to Wolf. Now here's Russell. Here's the captain. Shot from the wing. Wolf can't get it to go. And New York shooting around 53%, a nice number. And that one's good, ABC.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's the captain. No points yet. Pass to Russell. Pulls it. Rebounded by the doctor. New York leading by 3. Here's ABC. Yes, it's good. ABC's got 6 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Pass to Slim. Here's Wolf. The 3 ball. Big Daddy grabs the board. Big Daddy's got 4 rebounds in the game. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Here's ABC, guarded by Russell. And it's New York scoring again.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the captain. Shot to stop the run. Slim misses.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebound.
Here's Big Daddy. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, PA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Barnes. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. All right, while we have a second, let's take a look at the rookies leading the way in free throw percentage. Here's the doctor. Give him 8 points now. New York working the ball around now. Big Daddy, the pass to ABC. 6 on the shot clock. They set a pick. Shoots. New York again can't hit. Oakland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Wolf. Here's Houdini. No made baskets yet. Back to Barnes. From down in the low post, it goes. Now just a 5-point New York lead. For New York, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's ABC. On the take. New York again can't hit. And Oakland shooting just 37% so far in this one. Pass to Wolf. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there. All right, Shams, thank you very much for that report. That one misses. Oakland making a switch here. Second free throw, no good. New York leading by 5. Here's the great. Pass to Bird. Throws it up high. The lob. Very well done.
Oh, incredible. Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome. And Oakland shooting 56% for the second quarter. Here's Goose. Wolf. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. For New York, they've gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Pass to Freeman. Here's Flash. Averaging around 5 points a game. Here's Bird. And it's off from three-point range. Oakland has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's the monster. This one for 3. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Inside, here's the magician. Pass to Bird, right wing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up on Sunday.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, they can't come out too pumped up just because they're facing the top team in the West. If they can minimize mistakes and not give away points, they could come out with a big victory.
Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Pass to Wolf. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. Here's Goose. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Cowboy. Here's the great. Pass to Flash. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Wolf. Here's the monster. Off target from three-point range. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
And if you want to see how well coached a team is, just look at their efficiency on offense. That's a testament to great coaching.
And it's Bird missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor. And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
Pass to Flash. Here's the great. 1:27 left in the second. New York working the ball around now. Here's Flash to stop the drought. Nifty move. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. Here's the monster. "58 seconds left in the first half of this one. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
They're really working the paint now.
For New York, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Here's Flash. Cowboy, the pass to Bird. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
It's his first trip to the line.
He did a lot of damage at the free throw line in their last game.
The first free throw is good. Russell's checked in for Oakland. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And here's Oakland. They're on a 13-3 run. Pass to Houdini. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's ABC. Cowboy. Houdini grabs a board. Fires away from way outside. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Oakland ahead, up by 3. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
And next up, let's check out the players of the month. These guys have been red hot. For the Eastern Conference, the Doctor.
We've turned into a league dominated by wings. You need guys like him, players who can take over, score from all 3 levels, and guard 1 through 5.
First of all, get this to you little thick ablandula. 1 through 4, no small 4 could ever check me. You got it?
You're right. You're right.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. New York trails by 3. And it's Freeman in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. To the inside. Oh! Wow! And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
0. Shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Tim, growing up in the D.C. area, at what point did you fall in love with the sport of basketball?
Well, BA, the first team I loved were the Washington Bullets in the late 70s with Elvin Hayes. They won that one championship in Washington. but Larry Bird coming into the league in 1980 really changed everything for me. That's when I truly fell in love with the sport, emulating a guy like that.
Greatest player from the DMV.
Oh, I guess I'd have to say Kevin Durant, certainly.
And Tim Legler, of course.
Even better answer.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Pass to Big Daddy. Here's Bird, guarded by Russell. Here's Freeman. Here's the doctor. And he can't get that one. Russell into the lane. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. New York trails by 3. Man!
Look out below!
Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Pass to Barnes. Here's Houdini. Back to Russell. And here's Barnes to the paint. Over to the left wing. 4-3. The shot by Russell, no good.
When you're not at your best, it is great to have teammates who will pick up the slack.
Here's the doctor. He's got 10. Here's Big Daddy. Hits the three-pointer. Big Daddy's got 12 points.
That brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. The monster pass to Barnes. Oakland working the ball around now. Back to Russell. Misses in close.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Here's Bird. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's the doctor. There's the triple. Slim with the rebound. Slim's got 4 rebounds now. There's the drive. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Well, defensively, you can't allow that in a game this close.
Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. For Oakland, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Making a switch here. All right, with this brief pause, let's take a look at the league's best passing teams.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
Shakes him. Jams it in off the great move.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
The doctor, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Barnes. Here's the captain. Back to Barnes. 4 on the clock. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. New York making a switch here. Here's the great. Uses the glass on the layup. The great's got 6 points.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's the captain. No points so far. Pass to Slim. Now here's Russell. Clock at 6. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's the doctor. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 3-point New York lead.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
The captain pass to Barnes. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
For New York, they've gone 6 for 9 in the half. Pass to ABC. Here's Big Daddy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York working the ball around now. And the basket by Freeman.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Slim. 9 points in the game. Pass to the captain. Soft touch off the glass. The captain's got his first points of the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's ABC, guarded by Russell. Here's the doctor, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Pass to the great. Here's ABC. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. ABC's got 4 points this quarter.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Pass to Wolf. Here's the pick. The three. Drops in the three. Wolf's got 6.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Here's the great. He's got 6. ABC. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 13.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
Russell deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Pass to Barnes. And it's New York with a rebound. Cowboys got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Freeman. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Driving inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's pouring it on at a nice clip, and the rest of the team is stepping up as well.
Oakland has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Outside Russell. Looking to get back on track. The layup misses.
Wow, this team really needs some scoring opportunities, but he can't get anything going this period.
Pass to ABC. 1:33 left in the third. To the middle. Here's Cowboy. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And it's a 10-point New York lead.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
Outside Russell. Can they get it? And it's New York with a rebound.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Pass to ABC. Here's Flash. New York working the ball around now. And there's the screen from outside the arc. Oakland with a rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Russell. Not a lot of room. That one doesn't drop.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Flash. To the left side wing. Here's ABC. He's got 15. Count it. Good.
And just totally relentless. Only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
And here's Barnes. And the shot's good. Barnes has got 6 here in the quarter. Launches it from deep. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. New York out in front. They're up by 10. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So on the floor for Oakland, we've got Barnes, and it's Houdini in at the 4-man position. Inside. Tipped away.
Well, that's a tough rebound there to secure, but he put all of his size in there in order to secure it.
Flash, the pass to the great. There's the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
And New York has possession. Here's Flash. Just 5 on the clock. Blocked again! And And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Oh, now that was a block. Some much-needed energy there to jumpstart them back into this game.
And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And Oakland shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Pass to Slim. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And the basket by the Doctor.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Here's the monster. Barnes a screen. The monster, the pass to Barnes. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for New York.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
That free throw good from Barnes. New York leading by 9. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Here's Big Daddy, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfectly.
Pass to Houdini. Here's the monster. And Legs is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. 5 to shoot. Here's Slim. From outside, off the mark.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
Down low. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
First team foul. At the line for 1, number 34.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
For Oakland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And he's going for the lob!
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping. The great, the pass to Bird, to the right side. Pass to Doctor. Here's the great. Puts up a deep 3. Houdini grabs a board. Houdini's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Slim misses.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Here's Flash. Barnes with the rebound.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss. And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
Pass to Doctor. Here's Bird. Here's the great. Here's the Doctor. Drains the triple. The Doctor's got 22.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Here's Slim. Pass to the monster. It's Barnes on the wing. Houdini, pass to the captain for three. And it's New York with a rebound. The Doctor's got 6 rebounds in the game. Inside, here's Big Daddy. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. The captain, pass to the monster. Here's Slim. Another 3 for Oakland.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
New York leading by 12. And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. So both teams making some changes here. Here's Freeman. New York working the ball around now. Pass to ABC. 5 on the clock. Launches it. And the basket by Freeman. And New York leads by 15.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Slim. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Freeman. Pass to Bird. Here's the Doctor. The 3. Russell with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Kicks it out to Barnes. To the wing on the left. Outside Russell. From 18 feet away. And the shot falls short that time. New York leading by 15. To the paint. Here's Freeman. And he gets that one.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Oakland has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Pass to Houdini. To the inside. And the basket by the monster.
And the shot selection has been great, but the volume isn't where it needs to be.
Oh, nice setup for the slam.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Man, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Houdini. Barnes up top. Here's Houdini. Russell. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight.
New York leading by 14.